Hi there Capricorn, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for August 31st to September the 6th. Capricorn, I just filmed the shuffling and the pulling of the cards and my commentary as they came out to build the story, and then I realised that it only filmed 13 seconds of that. So I don't want to obviously change the reading here. I've got the cards out now, so I'm sticking with that. So I'm starting with them laid out today, guys, so sorry about that. So let's begin with the oracle cards here. The first card that came out was protection, and you know, the story I was really painting with this when it first came out is that, you know, sometimes we need to call back our power, cut the cords, or do some soul retrieval when we end a situation, whether it's a relationship, a job, or a friendship, or something like that. Even though we might feel finished and done with it, sometimes we still have an energetic connection to that, or the other party or person might still have an energetic connection to us. And that can sometimes, you know, keep us connected and attracting from that place. So, you know, there are, you know, meditations for cord cutting or cord retrieval that you can probably find on YouTube if that's something that you might be experiencing. This also can mean that maybe you need to protect yourself in your life this week, which might mean holding your boundaries, being really clear on, you know, what you're available for, and maybe having integrity to respect your no. If you don't want to do something, you know, not going against that, and, you know, just that is a self-protection practice in itself, okay? So honoring yourself. And the next card that came out of the Yogic Path deck I thought was interesting because it is Muladhara chakra, which is our base or root chakra, right? That resides at the bottom of the spine. And this chakra here is really associated with our base needs, our survival, our sense of security, you know, our sense of, you know, having a roof over our head, enough food to eat, enough financial, you know, resources to feel secure in the world. And really, it's only when these base needs are met that we can, you know, ascend into the higher levels and, you know, start to go to different frequencies. And the thing is that sometimes when we've been through a period of stress, be it, you know, through relationships or financial things or something we need to protect ourselves against, what happens is that we can have our sympathetic nervous system overactivated, right? You know, that sense of fight, flight, or freeze. And that kind of puts us into a wide state where we're easily triggered, we're easily, you know, burnt out, you know, we're running on adrenaline and running on empty. So the key really is to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest and relax mode. And that can come through meditation, through grounding meditations, through taking walks in nature, beautiful warm shower or bath, you know, starting to get more sleep, you know, not being on the phone and the technology all the time, to calm ourselves down and ground back into the body. So that might be a message for somebody. It's really time to see if we can meet those needs ourselves, understand that, you know, we are responsible for our self-care and our self-love. And when we start to meet those needs, that's when things start to shift in our lives. So I'm really feeling here that there has been a period, I feel, where you've kind of been on the lower end of the seesaw, if that makes sense. So in the Six of Pentacles here, you know, we see the two beggar men and then the young emperor here. They're opposites of the coin, right? Here we have people that are kind of not getting what they need. They're in survival mode and they're surviving on breadcrumbs. It could be the breadcrumbs of love. It could be that you're getting the carrot dangled in front of you at work with the pay rise, or, you know, the opportunity or something like that. And the thing is that these people are, you know, they're not receiving what they need. They're in the Muladhara chakra, so they can't ascend and go to the next level. And here we have the emperor, you know, who has all of the resources, right? And there's a sense that that scale is very uneven because we have two sides of the coin here. So I really feel that, you know, some of you have been considering making a fundamental shift onto a new path to come out of the survival state, right? I think you deserve and desire more abundance. Number 6 in tarot is the number of joy, love, harmony, higher states. So in order to reach those higher states, you know, we need to to maybe consider in your path to make changes, to raise our frequency, right? So the Two of Wands is the energy of life in review, and what it really asks you to do is to consider leaving a comfort zone in order to move beyond that situation. It says that the greater abundance and the higher states that you're seeking might not be in the current situation, especially if it is keeping you in that fight, flight, or freeze kind of very highly activated state. So this is about considering, you know, whether the comfort of the situation that you're in now is really worth it. Yes, there might be fear of the unknown, but maybe the discomfort of that is actually less than the survival state of the situation that you're in, right? So it's asking you to take a leap of faith, leave that comfort zone in order to rebalance these karmic scales of life and starting to receive again. Now, in your current or focus energies, we've got the Seven of Cups and the Sun. Wow, I love this combo here, guys. I mean, the Seven of Cups for me is, you know, it's that energy. I'm going to read this a couple of different ways. For me, it's a state of illusion. It can mean that you're moving through a situation where maybe somebody, and I do see it in this card, I know this card can be really positive energy, but today in this reading, I'm seeing somebody who has potentially promised, hey, you know, you'll be like me one day, you know, you'll have all the pentacles, or I'll give you all the love and something like that, but instead you're really just getting breadcrumbs. And the Seven of Cups is an energy of, for me, of hollow promises, of expectations being set and not being met, and no follow through. So it could be that somebody has promised you a certain thing and it hasn't materialized, right, and you've been left grasping. So that's the energy of the Seven of Cups for me in this reading. However, the Sun says that, you know, you have been through the worst of this situation and now you're making a big, you know, big changes, and you're reaching a turning point of a beautiful new pathway here. I mean, the Sun is said to be the most positive card in the tarot deck. And it's really the energy that shines light into those dark corners so that, you know, with all of that revealed, you can make the decision that you need to move forward. And you may have literally had to, you know, burst through those brick walls and you're feeling vulnerable and all of those things, but you know you're moving into a positive new chapter. And if the Seven of Cups is kind of like an illusionary energy, the Sun is the energy that can kind of, you know, shine the light on that and bring things to clarity so that you can move forward in the way that you fundamentally need to bring positive change to your life here, Capricorn. And I absolutely do see that here. Yeah, I mean, let's start with these energies here. We've got the Ten of Swords at the bottom there as well. I feel like this is where you've come from, and the temptation is going to be to slip back into this, right? We've got two fives here, and 5 is the number of, you know, the great turning point that needs to happen in order to change your reality. It's the number of conflict, but it's also the number of change. So change really transmutes these states of scarcity, right? In the Five of Pentacles, we see people who aren't getting their base needs met. They're in survival mode. They don't have the financial resources, the warmth, the food, the clothes, the bed for the night. However, they are passing the Hierophant, this church, where they could go in and get some shelter, but they don't see it. They don't see it. And the Five of Wands is that card of conflict, maybe being in a situation with somebody who is using their power in unconstructive ways. You know, wands are our personal power, the pettiness and all of that. And maybe that is why we're kind of stuck in this lower vibrational energy, this dense energy, because, you know, this really here is the lower vibrational energy that we need to transcend. The Five of Pentacles can talk about the victim mentality and scarcity, and that lack breeds lack mindset. So I love that we have the Hanged Man here, called Perspective, in this deck, because this is the change that we need to make in order to ascend, in order to raise our vibration and move into receive and abundance. So you need to see things from a different angle, it says, you know, and that might be just shifting that energy out of, you know what, no, I am not a victim, I am not in scarcity, I am deserving of abundance, I am ready to receive. They can be affirmations you can tell yourself, right? And maybe you need to protect yourself, maybe you need to cut the cord from somebody. The Hanged Man is really about, you know, dying that death of the Hanged Man all the way through to, you know, from denial, maybe feeling the anger, grief, sadness, to a point of acceptance. Acceptance for what is. Hey, maybe I have been through a hard time. Maybe I did lose my job. Maybe I don't have the money I need. Maybe I have had to be without, you know, a period of in-between homes. You know, I felt homeless and all of those things. We're not trying to, you know, say that that didn't happen. We're acknowledging where we're at, but we're now making a firm decision to make the changes for the better, to shift it. And sometimes we need to see things differently, because the Five of Pentacles asks you to see the big picture, and the Hanged Man is absolutely waiting for that insight to see things differently, from a different viewpoint, to release himself from a period where he's stuck and stagnant so that he can ascend his energy. The Hanged Man is not waiting there, you know, in a stupor. He's getting that enlightenment, right? And what I love about seeing the Nine of Pentacles here is this is the energy that's pretty much the opposite to the Five. This is somebody who's shining in their true light in a high vibrational state, and somebody who has got high self-esteem, is focusing on quality in their life, and is becoming magnetic. And because of that, they have 9 Pentacles. They're in abundance. And, you know, that there is a very, very magnetic state to be in. A magnetic state that we can begin to attract these kind of realities. 10 of Cups, that ultimate state of joy, abundance, happiness, attracting true blessings into our lives. Maybe a life partner, maybe a beautiful home, whatever, you know, achievement and success means to you on an emotional level is available to the person who can see the gift and the challenges and begin to raise their frequency. And just seeing the Ten of Swords over there peeking out, you know, there might be something that needs to be completed here, completing that energy of the past in order to ascend and, you know, really raise into those higher states of being. And then that's when we start to attract abundance. But with the Sun on your side here, Capricorn, I mean, it's saying that, you know, things are going to work out for you. You are at that positive turning point. And, you know, the Sun really is that energy that's saying the future looks bright ahead. Hey, you might have had a hard run, but let's see the gift and lessons in that, and let's start taking the inspired action to shift that energy. Okay, Capricorn, I am going to leave it there and wish you all the best this week. I do apologise for not filming the shuffling and card pull at the start of the reading. Just keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective, so it won't be for everybody. That's absolutely okay. Feel free to drop me a comment if you're called to share. I do read them all and try to respond to them all as well. Helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies, and I will see you back here next week for another reading.